How many of you guys are on GitHub? Okay. How many of you have heard about GitHub but don't have an account on GitHub? Okay, cool. So basically, when you start deploying code on a larger scale, GitHub is like a primary system which you use. Now, another advantage of using Git is basically you have a version controlling system, and with using Git, sharing your code becomes easy. Now, generally, most of the projects on GitHub are open source, so anyone can refer to them. But the process of referring to anyone's code is quite difficult. Now, if you want to work on a particular tech stack, like suppose I am a person who likes using, suppose Prisma, and suppose some API library for making APIs like Express. Now, if I want to find a particular project which specifically uses those two frameworks together, it's very difficult for me to find the project using a simple Google search. There would be a couple of projects, but those would be quite high-level projects that will have many more libraries. Now, how will a new person who wants to just see a basic project and see someone's basic setup code, who wants to learn this thing, use it? Now, for that purpose, this is a project I'm proposing, it's git search. Now, building a search algorithm is a quite tedious task. The reason why Google is a successful company is because they were able to crack the method of making a search algorithm, of ranking the pages. Now, what I propose is basically creating a git search. Now, basically, if you see, I have broken down the process of making the platform into its project vision. So, first of them is basically we create a web scraper. Now, generally, Google has its web crawlers. They go through thousands of websites. They rank them. Now, basically, how the ranking works is done. How the ranking will differ from Google's web crawlers will start from here. Now, once we web scrape those particular projects, we can go to the setup directories where all the packages and all the libraries they are using are listed. Now, then we will be using a technique called as name entity recognition. Using that, you would be able to create a better embedding model which would be helpful for developing a search algorithm. Now, that search algorithm will go through a couple of iterations, and after multiple iterations, it will be even faster than, I would say, GitHub, like Google, for searching for just a particular domain of GitHub, because we are optimizing it for that domain. Now, what are the benefits of joining this project? What you will learn? Basically, you will be learning web scraping, you will be learning how to make search algorithms. There will be a lot of natural language processing. There will be a lot of natural language processing, because you will be dealing with a lot of text data, but you don't want to use it as text data. You want to enumerate it in numbers because those are easy to compute with. We'll be using large language models. So one of the things I was thinking, basically you could develop multiple features with the data you have collected. Now you can use that particular data to train AI models. One of the things which I was thinking specifically in terms of using those models is generating a code generation platform, like using, suppose, a pre-existing model like Llama 2 and then fine-tuning it for your specific purposes. Now, what benefits it would have? Now you have a data set on which it was already trained. Now you have the response that it is generating. Now you can develop some kind of a logic recreation system. Now that logic recreation system is something which is very fundamental in terms of research now for a, what do you say, LLMs or like GPT models. Now, if you are able to crack it in the later parts of projects, you can even publish it. So that's up to you, because you will have the data set. Now, coming to my next project. Now,